Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. This tissue paper may be weighing 5 grams or 10 grams. If I hold it, will my hand get tired? No. If I hold it for a short period. If I hold it for 1 hour, then the hand will get little bit tired. If I hold it for 8 hours, my hand will be damn tired. During this 8 hours of time, has the weight of the tissue paper increased? Why the hand is getting tired? It doesn't matter how silly and insignificant a thing is. When we hold on to it for a long period of time, we get tired because of that silly thing. All of us, those who get tired in life, not because they are holding something huge for a short period, but something silly for a long period of time. See, friends, wisdom is in evaluating. Is it worth losing our peace of mind for a filthy peace in this world? See, friends, a wise man is able to understand it. Does it deserve any attention and value that we bargain with our peace of mind? See? There was an elephant. He was crossing a river in South Africa. I am coming from there. And on the tip of the hair on the tail of the elephant landed a mosquito. I told you that. And the elephant crossed the river. Mosquito also naturally, because he was sitting over there. So when he crossed the river, the mosquito flew, came near the ear of the elephant. Thank you so much for giving me a lift. Elephant says, who are you? I don't recognize even your presence. See, friends, unless we give importance and value to something, it does not exist. Get this point, is very important. While we are taking food, I don't know who was sitting next to me. Immediately next to me, there was some plate kept for my food and all that. And then next to that, somebody was sitting. So that somebody who was sitting next to that said, Swamiji, it's not that I didn't want to sit near you, but because the road gets blocked, therefore blah 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 blah. I said, I even didn't recognize that you were sitting here. See how important it is. It is we who give importance and value to the world, and that starts bothering us. See, friends. Indians and Indian parents, they are all unanimously miserable because of children. And it so happened Once I was in Australia, Melbourne, and one of a great saint, from India, very good friend of mine, we happened to cross somewhere. I said, "Hey man, how come you are here?" We had a very good time. We hugged and talked, and all that people, organizers, they were thrilled. These two Mahatmas are together. Cut. And then he said, "Swamiji, come for my lecture. Sir, come sometime." I said, "I'll ask my boss. If he permits, I'll come." So I asked my boss, "This is the offer. Should we go or not?" So Swamiji, I said, "Don't worry. You ask his boss." And they asked, and finally it was decided I had to go there for 15 minutes. Because my retreat was also going on. Within that, they had to squeeze out the time. So I went there, and then he told me, "We are talking here on Ramayana, so please speak something on Ramayana before I start." Now he was a very serious type of Mahatma, very grave. God has created us to suffer. This kind of person. And then when he asked me to speak on Ramayana, and I saw all the people seriously sitting there, and I cannot stand seriousness. I run away, or I make them run away. So I started. Ramayana I do not know, I have never studied, but only one story I remember from Ramayana, and that I will tell you. Ramayana is a story where it is told that even if your son is Sakshat, directly God himself, the father has to suffer because of the son. This is the story of Ramayana. Then I say, look here, Dasharatha was the father and Rama was the son. Dasharatha died because of Rama. So when your son is directly Bhagwan himself, the father has to suffer. Our children are like the pigeons. And we expect a great happiness from the children. Forget about it. Then what is to be done? Select, shift, delete. That is the only way. Wise men know how much importance to give to what, to whom, and when. Choice is ours. See, another important thing. None of us is born with a 555 and a letter in our hand. None of us is born. One of my friend's wife, a brigadier, his wife in India, my lecture was over. She came. She said, "Swamiji, I want your blessings." I said, "I have never given blessings to anybody. Because I don't know how to give blessings. I know how to abuse. How to give blessing, I do not know. So I will not give you." No, don't play fool with me, please. I have been smoking whole my life. Please tell me I should stop smoking. Then I will stop. I said, "Why should I tell you?" You are supporting the tobacco growers of this poor country. I'll be going contrary to my principle of helping the society. Please smoke more. Don't stop. No, please. I said, "Look here, Amma. When you smoke and walk, you look like an old steam engine walking. Such a nice scenario. When you smoke, your lungs become powerful. When you smoke, you save a lot of money. See? So continue smoking. You are terrible. Please, only once you tell and I promise you I will stop smoking." I said, "Why should I tell you? When you started smoking, that time did you come to me, Swamiji, this is my first cigarette. Will you please inaugurate?" No. You started yourself. Now you stop. Don't be a weakling. Because Swamiji told us stop, you will become more and more weakling in life. Discover your inner strength. See, friends. And for that, inquire, why did we start smoking? Because of the advertisement. When I am young, all the time trying to prove something to the world, but I do not know what I want to prove and to whom. And then I look at the advertisement. One young man sitting on a motorcycle and a dumb sitting behind. And he is putting a cigarette in his mouth and she is lighting from behind. And that picture is like a great picture in front of my eyes. And I imagine that young man is me and that beautiful girl is that real girl and she is putting... That's enough. Fire catches. Friends, please understand. If we give value to something, we alone have to devalue that thing. Nobody can do it for us. Therefore, whenever we are miserable, we are dependent, we are disturbed, please understand we have given value to that thing. This lesson, what I told you, I learned many years before, 30, 40 years before. I was staying with one old man. And in a room, all around there were bookshelves. In the center, there was one cot, and it was also dilapidated cot. When I turn, it will make sound like this. And all the books were having a lot of dust on that, maybe about 1 inch depth dust. So when I saw that, I said I should clean it. And I started cleaning. Old man comes. Stop that. Stop. Who has asked you to touch it? I said, nobody has to tell me to clean. It is dirty, it has to be clean. Don't teach me. You are not going to touch anything here. That was enough for me to get disturbed for next 6 months. Sit for meditation. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiyo Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiya Mamrutat. I just want to clean. I am not asking for money. Cleanliness is next to godliness. But he doesn't allow me. What kind of man he is? Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiyo Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiya Mamrutat. I just want to clean. I am not asking for money. Why he doesn't allow me to clean? Cleanliness is next to godliness. What kind of old man he is? Hey, Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Not for a day or two, friends. 6 months I suffered. One day, by His grace alone, it clicked. I am here for cleaning or for knowing the truth. What is more important for me? Dust or Paramatma? And the day it clicked, how does it matter if there is a dust? Who cares? That day onwards, one important principle was discovered. Attachment is never physical. See, I am attached to this girl, not physically. Attachment is a mental aberration. It is not reality. And this attachment is of two types, positive and negative. Positive attachment we know. We are attached to somebody, without him, without her I can't live. Negative attachment, I hate him. Both ways. When you love somebody, he enters your bosom. When you hate somebody, he doesn't leave your bosom. He keeps sitting there. See, friends, therefore, once we understand these principles, then the way is we have to decide in our life, fix your own priorities. The other day, I was seeing a movie with my Zen master, and that movie I saw, and he has a different conclusion, I have a different conclusion. He said, in this movie they have shown the rebirth. I didn't agree with him, but I didn't tell him. The wise way is never to disagree with anybody openly. We should agree silently and say, yes. The simplest way to disagree is to agree immediately. So, there the story goes. He is, some anchor shooting, camera, TV, all that. Goes to a hotel where he has to stay. 5:59, the radio clock goes on. It wakes him up. He goes, finishes his bath, goes whole day, same routine, comes back, sleeps. Again, next day he gets up. Same thing is being repeated 3, 4, 5 times. And when he sleeps at night, then something different is shown. This has happened, that has happened, committed accident, he died, he committed suicide and all that thing. And then it is not that he is born again, but his experiences are that I am living as a waker now. And last night I committed suicide and died, but again I am born. Now the question comes, who am I? Am I a waker who is undergoing these experiences now? Or am I a dreamer who has gone through good and bad experiences during the dream? Who am I? And his inquiry tells him, hey man, you are neither the waker nor the dreamer. You are the one who is giving existence to the waker, but never suffer because of the limitations of the waker. You are the one who is giving existence to the dreamer, but never carried away by the theme of the dream. Like I as a man give existence to the husband that I am. Give existence to the father that I am. But what happens? I as a man, I forget my manlyhood and reduce to a husbandhood. As a husband, I can never be happy. As a man, I was never miserable. Now this husbandhood is a borrowed existence, not real one. In this manner, when our attention goes in inquiry, then small little stuff, a tissue paper you may hold and get tired, or the whole globe you may carry on your head and yet remain relaxed. The choice is ours. It is for this purpose that the teachers, the wise men tell us, learn the art of changing the topic. This is one of the biggest spiritual practice. See, like many places we go, people ask the same dumb questions. Swamiji, where do you stay? I stay in your heart, darling. You forgot me. No, that is all true, but where do you stay? Then whatever bluff comes in my mouth, I fire. So I stay in Punjab. Last time you told you stay in Kerala. I stay in Kerala also. No, but really, where do you stay? Really, I stay in your heart. You never tell straight up. I cannot talk straight to a crooked person. Do you mean I am crooked? There is no point in replying all the questions to all the people in this world. See, be very clear about it. It's not necessary. And therefore, here the teacher tells, Arjun, you are crying unnecessarily. What is new that is happening in your life? Tell me. Everything is the same thing. You all must have gone through those experiences. There is one girl, now her eldest daughter is about 7 years or 8 years. 2 children they have. When the first child was born, she came to India, Kaviladham, Lonavala, and I was doing something with my laptop. She was staying with me for 2 days. Swamiji, look, see how my daughter is so sweet, what she is doing. I said, look here, I'll look later. Let me finish my job. Or else I'll forget all the labeling and it creates a confusion. After that, oh, Swamiji, you are not interested. I said, look here. How sweet and cute is my daughter was a sentence uttered by your grandmother when your mother was born. The same mistake she made when you were born. You ask your mother now how you are. You are terrible. Now you are telling that your daughter is so sweet and cute. She will say the same statement when she is blessed with another daughter. This is inherited statement. There is nothing new in this thing. But we feel as if for the first time on this planet Earth, somebody is getting married. As if for the first time a child is born in this world. Happy birthday. There is nothing new in this world. This has been happening again and again and again and again. Press that. No, that one. That man. That black thing.
Just come back up there.
Press it. Bas. Press is hard.
Okay.
Enough. Enough. It has lost. I think it was sitting in meditation. When people sit in meditation, you know that they start as exclamation. Then after a long sitting of 3 seconds, they become a question mark. And after another 3 seconds, they become underlined. I think camera is sensitive. Therefore, once this point becomes clear in our life, that let us change the topic of the world. There is nothing worth. See, during this time we talk about terrorism everywhere. Is terrorism new? But when it happened in 9/11, then it has become a global dimension. When it was happening in India before 9/11, how many times? There were never a hue and cry. See, friends, this has always been like this. There is nothing new. The Greek culture, the Roman culture, today the American culture. See, where they have disappeared? Once I was in some place, I went to see one ashram. They wanted me to conduct the retreat. I don't know why. I said, I will see first the place and then decide. But Swamiji, it is good. I said, I didn't say it is bad. But unless I see, I will not conduct. Okay, from Delhi we have to drive for almost 3 hours on the banks of Ganges. And there was an ashram in such a dilapidated condition that even the animals will not go there. I said, do you want me to come here and clean your ashram or what? I am not going to conduct. In that ashram there were temples. That Mahatma has constructed 12 temples of Lord Shiva. So, Dvadasha Jyotirlinga, all the 12 important, idols of Lord Shiva should be in one place, so people can do puja. Before anything could be done, all the temples were constructed. They were waiting for the auspicious day, and in between the Mahatma died. So who will open the temples? Again somebody may die. So it was lying like that. And one of the temple, because of the Ganges cutting the land, started bending, and it was virtually going to fall down. So the local people say, Swamiji, you do something here. Say, why should I do? You do, it is your business, not mine. I never constructed any institution, nor I am going to have it. But then who will do it? I said, tell me what happened to Greek culture? What happened to the Roman Empire? What happened to Krishna's Dwarka? What happened to Rama's Ayodhya? What happened to the Sri Lanka of Ravana? In the winds of the time, everything is squared up. That can never be the truth. Truth is that which is never denied, ever the same. And once our attention goes away from the matter, then alone we are focusing on the reality, the spirit. See, in the morning class meditation, we have not done anything specifically. Only our understanding was focused. And when our understanding was focused, without efforts, it was a glide into an eloquent silence, wherein the experience was beyond the scope of description. See? Only changing the focal length. All that is required and done by the wise men is they change their focal length. And therefore, when Arjuna was crying as to how can I kill my nears and dears, to that Arjuna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna told very simple way, my friend, that which is not cannot be destroyed, because it is not. That which is cannot be destroyed because it is. Why worry? And then the truth is revealed as that which is not influenced by the earth, the waters, the fire, and by the air. By earth means any weapon cannot destroy it. By the waters it cannot be wet and rotten. That which cannot be burnt by the fire, and that which cannot be dried by the air. That is the truth. These are the only four means of destruction. Everything else is destroyed by these four factors. Truth is not destroyed by them. Earth, water, fire and air. Then start finding out what is that which is not destroyed by these forces. We come to know it is the gross space where you and me are existing. See? Now after we come to this point, now we start contemplation. Is the space influenced by these four elements? No. Can these four elements exist without the space? No. In the same manner, let us start playing. Take the position of the space, not that of the body. This playing is called as meditation. Now play meditation. When we sit, and then what it is like being space. Now there is nobody here. Husband cannot think about this, wife cannot think, son cannot think, father cannot think, rich cannot think, because this is not the topic for these dummies. Only Mr. Nobody can think. What it is like being space. Then we keep on going deeper and deeper. So let us start from a simple example. What it is like being the camera. So the camera does not have the attributes of the plant. Therefore the plant may dry up and die, camera will not dry. Okay. What it is like I am someone who is other than the camera. So the qualities of the camera are not my qualities. Okay. What it is like being space. The attributes of the body cannot be my attributes if I am a space. Now what are the attributes of the body? The body is born, it grows, it becomes old, diseases, decay and death. If I am someone other than the body, these are not my lot. Body has a shape and a form. If I am other than the body, like space, what it is like being formless and shapeless? We all have our image. But which is our real image? Today I am 70, 10 years before 60, before that 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 1. Out of so many images, which is my image? I go into the womb of my mom and go to one day, and before that, was I absent? Am I born out of absence? See, friends, step by step, our attention is completely taken away from the so-called relative world. It has never helped anybody in this world. In this manner, a wise man does not waste his time and energy in sorting out the problems of the world. They were always like that. There is nothing new. Let us invest our life in something more productive. See? Then, after having done this on a regular basis again and again, we will be very clearly able to experience that never there was an experience of our birth. See? We only imagine that we are born. Nobody has an experience of birth. Nobody has an experience of growth. It is somebody who comes and asks us for the first time in life, "Auntie, what is the time, please?" That time that girl gets a shock of her life. Don't call me auntie. See? First time when somebody calls you grandma, all the nerves start shaking. God, they started calling me granddad. Why this happens? Because We never experience that we are growing. Neither we experience we are born, nor we experience we are growing, nor we ever experience we die. Nobody has experienced death till date. See, friends. Avinashitu tadvidhi jena sarvamidam tatam. This indestructible reality is our essential nature. Wise men are rooted in this. Therefore, the fear element is completely erased from their life. Fearless life alone is lived. Fearful life is equal to living death. See? In Bombay, one day one young man in late 20s, he came to my house. I stay on the 4th floor. And Swamiji, please help me. I said, sorry, I never give money to anybody. That is against my principles. I receive. I don't give. Everybody has got some principles. You know, these bank people, they phone you again and again for the loans. Mr. So-and-so, when was your car purchased last? We can extend you some loan. Will you like to take? So I tell them, yes, look here, I got certain principles. On that basis, if you are ready to talk to me, I'll talk to you. Yes, sir. Please tell. I receive only donations. Do you have any schemes of giving donations? You see? So when we are living in this world, we are never experiencing our birth, growth, decay, death. We are the same eternal presence. See, friends. And living in this experience is fearless existence. If we are living with fear, we are living death. So this boy who came to my house, Swamiji, I want some help, please guide me, help me. What is that? Last 10 years, I am thinking of committing suicide. He started his story. I said, wait a minute. I took him near the window. I said, do you see that building? Outside? Yes. That building is 32-story building. You go on the top of that building. From there you jump in whichever posture. I guarantee you, you will die. If you don't die, I'll stand below and hit and see that you are killed. Okay? Go there. You are making fun of me. I said, that's what you asked me. Please help me. Then you said, last 10 years you were trying to commit suicide, but you failed. Therefore, I am helping you. Go and jump. No, don't make fun of me. I said, I don't have to make fun. You are funny already. A person who is thinking of committing suicide for last 10 years, is he living? Do you call that as a life? Similarly, leading a fearful existence is living death. This living death you can see today in the whole world. See? Anywhere you go. First, I remember before 9/11, my friends used to come with my bag and drop me inside the plane where my seat used to be and keep my bag in that overhead lockers and then say, Swamiji, have a good flight and go. That freedom. Today, 100 times checking. Once I was going from Bristol to Belfast through the security. And everything was gone, and then they were checking me. And then, wait a minute, I was waiting there. He went inside. After 5 minutes he came back. Till then I am waiting there. I had nothing to do, nowhere to go. We like to check your beard. I said, kindly don't pull it. It is not a wig, okay? It is original. And you can count hair by hair. I had no objection. And tell me also the hair count. When all that was happening, my friend was there, got so angry. I am going to go and scold them. I said, this is not your business. This is between me, my beard, and that person. Why you are going? But why they are doing like this thing? I said, look here, don't get excited. They are doing their duty, and I am showing my beard. Are you jealous because you don't have beard? They didn't even look at you. See, friends, this fearful existence, is it really a life? Anywhere you go, everybody looking at each other with suspicion, with doubt. And this is what we call as prosperous society, where everybody is having doubt about each other. Husband has doubt about wife, wife has doubt about husband, children have doubt about parents, parents have doubt about everywhere, suspicious existence. The gift of the modern society, prosperity. See, friends. Therefore, the teacher tells us, this world has always been like this. Don't waste your time on this world. Focus your attention on your own divine being. Then you come to discover, न जायते म्रियते वा विपश्चित नायं भूत्वा अभवितावान भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Our immediate experience, don't have to believe. See, belief is required in the area of doubt. We are not telling you to believe me. You know, the equation is longer the beard, more the suspicion. So I am not telling you. Just analyze your own experience. Na jayate, never born. Na mriyate, never experienced death. Swamiji, have you read that book, Many Masters, Many Lives? The life of Catherine. There it is told, isn't it? And that psychiatrist was, asking her to talk, and she used to tell, I was in Egypt and this thing has happened, and the body was lying dead and I was floating above, and then one session over. Next session, she was in Nepal. Third session, she drowned in the waters. So she has gone through so many lives. And you say there is no life, birth and death and life. The one who is continuously present, he alone can experience all these things. He can never be absent. If I die, how will I experience my death? See? Therefore, friends, focus attention on something higher. This is what all the wise people have done in life. This is what meditation means. This is what spiritual life means. This is what fulfillment in life means. When this thing is told, the student is yet unable to comprehend this. And therefore, the teacher comes down to the level of the student. And it is said, look here, Mr. Arjun, you may be thinking that you are a very nice person, you are forgiving somebody, you are following ahimsa. You know ahimsa, non-violence. I am like a joystick, no strength in me, thin. If a motorcycle goes near me, I get flown up in the air. That kind of insignificant personality I am. And one day, somebody came, whatever reason, gave me one hard. And I took 360 turns. And that terrible sumo, he was laughing, ha 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 ha. And I got out of my feeling, and I looked at him. Such a huge one. And I was the most insignificant one. I said, I forgive you. What else can I do? Forgiveness is a language which is glorifying if you have got the ability to destroy the other person and yet you don't. Then that ahimsa has a meaning. See? This is exactly what is happening today in Tibet. What choice they have? Do they have any guts to fight the Chinese? No. Then poor Buddha is in vogue. We have forgiven you. What else can you do? They'll come and rub you out. Still you keep on forgiving. See, friends, therefore it is necessary that we have to have the strength. Then only the language of forgiveness is meaningful. Therefore, when the teacher tells Arjuna, don't lead a life of misguided wisdom. First of all, have the abilities and then utilize them in a creative manner. See, the other day I was talking to somebody. Mahatma Gandhi is glorified throughout the world for his non-violence and getting freedom for India from the clutches of the Britishers. Throughout the world is glorified. If Mahatma Gandhi has to deal with not the Britishers, but with the Talibans and Chinese, he will be erased in no time. See? Britishers had some kind of decency culture. Therefore, he was heard. Do you think others will ever hear him? See, friends. Therefore, it is necessary for us to first of all discover the inner strength and then talk the language of goody-goodiness. And therefore, the teacher says, comes down to his level. Look here, you may be thinking that I have forgiven my enemies and I want to retire. This is your misunderstanding. People will start talking about you. Arjuna has given a walkover, not out of compassion and love, but because of cowardice and weak mind. And when they will condemn you, then you will become angry and you will have nothing to do because the time has gone. A wise man uses the time at the right time in the right manner. Then we don't blame. We didn't get opportunities. You can never get opportunity in life. Opportunity never come to our door. We have to grab her. And that opportunity is given to every one of us. What is that opportunity? Opportunity is every one of us is given a shock by the Lord out of sheer compassion and love. Everyone. Because as I told you in the morning class, when the dream is beautiful, it never breaks. One of the events of the dream, which is also a dream event, alone can help us come out of the illusion of dream. You don't have to have a real experience. Dream is an illusion. The bad event in the dream is also an illusion. But illusion can be erased by another illusion only. In the same manner, this waking dream that we are, as long as everything is goody, 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 goody. Who is God? I don't care. I am an atheist. See? I don't believe in God. And one day, by His grace alone, we are able to deny Him, and then something happens, and then we are suddenly, I don't know why this is happening to me, why this is happening to me. Just to pause and look behind. Then we come to know the arrogance of achievement has clouded our wisdom. Friends, it is for this purpose that every one of us comes across one or the other bad event in our life. There is no other purpose. The purpose is not to torture us. It is something like this. There was a child, and all the time expert in playing in the mud and the dirt. And the mother, out of compassion, wants to clean him. So he is pulled, come, let's go and take bath and all this. No. But the mother is a mother. She pulls him and puts him in the, and starts applying the soap. And the soap goes in his eyes and he shouts and he abuses his mother. He pulls her hair. That time the mother doesn't care for him. Go anyway, he is crying, you won, and cleans him. And after he is completely cleaned and dried, powdered, clothes put on, the child is so fresh, goes to sleep without even thanking the mom. But during that treatment, he was thinking, if there is a demon in this world, it is my mom, nobody else. But the mother will not give him up. He deserves that. And it is out of compassion and love. In the same manner, it is out of sheer love and compassion for us that we are brought into that situation in life. So that at least now we must awake. Enough of sleeping. See? In the beginning I told you, if Bhagavan Krishna has taken the chariot in front of Duryodhana, the staunch enemy of Arjuna, he would never have had any doubt about the war. He had a doubt only because he was face to face with his grandfather and with his guru. We all face this challenge of life. Our biggest challenge is facing our own mind. See? We all are born philosophers and wise people. When somebody else has a problem and that somebody else comes to us and asks, see what should be done, we are freely available for giving an advice. And we are able to see the situation very clearly because we stand apart out of the situation. But when the same thing happens to us, we are caught up in that. Means, as regard the wisdom is concerned, we are not short of. Only application of that wisdom, we do it for the society. As regard we are concerned, that wisdom is not applied on ourselves. See friends, it is for this purpose we have to take life in this light. Then every small little event in our life is a rocket fired in our life, so that the direction of our life is guided towards the destination, merging in the absolute bliss. See friends, that is the only purpose of life. All other things are the byproducts. Like we have the cow for milk, not for the cow dung. It comes anyway. In the same manner, all other things of life, anyway they will come and go. The only purpose is to be an instrument through which the divine flows without any hindrance. So, without knowing this, those who start thinking that I have done so much good and so much bad and therefore people are, don't bother about it. Keep your attention on equanimity of your mind. It is here the complete message of Bhagavad Gita is told. The disease that we all suffer from is called as mamata. Mamata means possessiveness. Mine, mine, mine. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Mamata. And the medicine for that is samata, equanimity. See? And this equanimity with reference to two things. Things that we come across and gather good or bad experiences, and beings where relational problems crop up. When these two conditions or equanimity is perfectly maintained, we are on the right track. To that equanimous person, the teacher now tells. Now see, be very attentive here. Once, when Vivekananda was in USA, he was asked this question. You Hindus are very peculiar. Why you have so many gods, and why you have got so many paths and so many temples and all that? Look at us, we have got one God, one prophet, one book, one day. Easier. He said, okay, very good, continue. No, you have to explain. Why there are four paths you explain? Path of action, path of love, path of self-discipline, and path of knowledge. Why four paths are required? He said, your approach is very simple, ours is complicated. Your approach is simple in such a manner that you teach 1 million military uniforms exactly the same size. And then you take a human being and put into that uniform. If somebody is longer, chop him off to fit to that uniform. If somebody is shorter, pull his neck and make him fit in that uniform. Clothes are stitched according to the requirement of the people, or people are shortened or lengthened according to the requirement of the uniform. All of us are not having the same kind of disposition. Some of us are body oriented. Some of us are duty oriented. Some of us are, love oriented. Some of us are logic oriented. See? Therefore, we come across the pair of parents is the same. First son, he is extremely contemplative, quiet. The second child, second son, he is a great politician, leader kind of thing. The third one is trading even with the parents. Will you please put the washing machine, put the clothes, what will I get? I'll do it, but what will I get? You will get one kick if you don't do that. Okay, I'll do it. See? And the fourth one is only a dumb fellow. Parents are the same. 4 kinds of children are born. Now, can all the 4 be treated in the same manner? In the same manner, humanity has 4 kinds of people. We all have to go through these 4 stages. First stage is we have to lead our life in a responsible manner. If we are not leading our life in a responsible manner, toward the end of our life, in the evening of our life, there is nothing except a load of regrets that we carry on our head. I wish I should not have done that. I wish I should not have done that. I wish I should have done that. Like, one old man, he one day came and asked me. That time I was young, many years before. Swamiji, had you come in my life 25 years before, I would have been a total different person. I said, sir, 25 years before, my parents were not decided. I was not born. See, this regrets in the later dates of life is only because when we were leading our life, we have been most irresponsible. Living utterly selfish way. No responsibility towards the elders, towards the contemporary, towards the next generation. Because I and my comforts is the only thing in life. To such kind of mental state, the path of karma is given. See? कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भूः मा ते संगः अस्तु अकर्मणि. First of all, lead a responsible life. Whatever your duties are towards your elders, towards contemporary, towards society, towards you, do and fulfill your duties. That is in your hands. Rather than bothering what others should do, we have no business about others. You lead your life perfectly well. See? And while leading your life in this manner, what will happen? Learn to discover joy in action rather than getting joy from action. See? Like I am talking to you. This is an action. Now, am I happy at the time of talking to you, or I have postponed my happiness and I decide that after my lecture is over, you all will tell me, Swamiji, you spoke very well, and then I will become happy. So what I have done, I have postponed my own happiness. Those who postpone their happiness, they can never be happy in life. We can be happy now or never. Therefore, whenever, whatever we are doing, let it be an expression of joy. See, that is the fulfillment in life. Doing something so that I get something, that's the wrong approach. And in this manner, when we start leading our life, slowly, our mind starts settling in life. There are no loose ends to be left untied. No, they are all tied properly. No loose ends. In this manner, when we lead our life, there are no regrets of wrong commissions and right omissions. Whatever was to be done, was done. See, after that is done, then the second thing comes. One of the biggest enemy that we all have is our own mind. Then for that problem, we are given a topic called as the yoga. Unfortunately, throughout the whole world, yoga is mistaken as twisting the body and not straightening the mind. Simply sitting in a most unenviable posture, that is not yoga. See, the whole yoga is directed towards the mind. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. Instead of that, you will see everywhere. See, there is called Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga, there are 8 limbs. First is Yama. Yama sadhana means how do we relate ourselves with the world. That we bypass. I am the best. Second, Niyama. How much we are a problem to ourselves. No self-control. That also we bypass. Then we come to the third stage. Asana, directly. And worse than that is can you teach us meditation, Swamiji, how to do meditation? One day, I was acting very intelligent, very smart. I found out that after eating the 7 plus 1, 8th chapati, my hunger's become satiated. I said, hey, if the 8th chapati satiates my hunger, why not eat the 8th chapati first? So I kept the 8 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I took the 8th chapati first. Still hunger is there. How come? Yesterday I ate the 8th chapati and hunger gone. I was thinking, what happened? I don't know what happened. In the same manner, yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, 8th. Without going through the first 7 stages, we directly want samadhi, eating the 8th chapati first. And then complaining why this is not happening. Therefore, the second and the most important path is self-discipline. See, friends, in the self-discipline, we have to be extremely careful that we are not a problem for the world. We don't take the world as a problem. Second step, we are not a problem for ourselves. Third step, asana does not mean seating. If you study the definition given by Patanjali, asana means sthira sukham asanam, remaining steadily blissful. That is called as asana. It doesn't matter what posture you sit. If you take Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he was never sitting in a particular posture. If you take Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, he was not sitting in a particular posture. See? Asana means twisting the body. He is a perverted understanding. That is not the ultimate. So steadiness in your bliss. Nothing disturbs you. Ever cheerful. And then pranayam, perfect control over all activities of life. Then comes pratyahar. So up to pranayam, first 4 stages, they are dealing outside. Then inside is dharana, dhyan, samadhi, mind. And the gateway between the outside and the inside is our senses, our faculties. Then pratyahar, all our faculties are effortlessly closed. See? Food is over, I can't eat anymore. There are some chocolates. Okay. Because no control. See, friends, pratyahar means the senses are no more pulling us towards the world. And when these 5 things are complete, then dharana, dhyan, samadhi, controlling mind. We talk about controlling mind, but exactly what do we mean by control of mind? See, is mind like a car that you control? Is mind like a child that you control? Is mind like a dog that you control? See? Is mind like a breathing that you control? Kumbhak. Is this mind control? What exactly we mean by the control of mind? And show the mind that you want to control. What do you mean by mind? See, friends, only groping in darkness. And once we understand, controlling mind means controlling the mind with reference to 3 parameters: time, space and object. Because the mind runs in time, space and object. Either the mind goes in the past memories or the future imagination or the present comparisons. Either the mind is here or there, never where we are. Or the mind jumps from one object to another object. In this manner, when we are clear, control of mind means controlling with reference to space, called as dharana, controlling with reference to object, called as dhyana, controlling for a longer period of time, called as samadhi. So when our mind is available to us for a required length of time, in any field what we have chosen to apply, that mind is a controlled mind. So when we sit for meditation and tell the mind, now you are nobody and you have no business to think about anything, keep shut for next half an hour. Is the mind shut? If not, then the earlier 7 steps we have not taken. We are directly jumping. You must have seen college students when they climb the steps, they don't go step by step. The other day I was in one university and going step by step, and there was one boy came running from behind and jumping 4 steps at a time, tack, tack, and third time fell down. So I went and helped him. I said, hey, actually you should have jumped 8 steps at a time. Shortcuts on the spiritual path will cut you short. There are no shortcuts in life. Self-control is extremely necessary. But this is not the goal. This is the means. See? If we are healthy, if we are well disciplined, for what? What is the goal of life? So when these 2 things happen, when we have lived our life very responsibly, I am a self-made man, I have completed all my duties, I have no regrets, I am self-disciplined, I get up early in the morning, I do meditation, I starts becoming so strong that I becomes holier than thou. See, friends, when our I is used to condemn others, that I is the poisonous I. It is here the 3rd discipline comes into play, and that is the discipline of devotion. In devotion, O Lord, thy will be done, not mine. All that is happening in our life is not our effort, but it is the divine will. If we are able to achieve something in our life, more contribution is the divine will, and we are just an excuse. See, friends, whatever we do in our life, if you just find out what is our contribution, hardly anything. So many millions of factors go into our being. See? But we have that arrogance. Konyasti sadrusho maya, who is like me? I have done like this, I do like this, I do like this, I, and suffer throughout life. Therefore, those people who are materially successful in life, those who have lived a very decent life of responsibility fulfillment, those who have lived a very respectful life of self-discipline, yet there is a big vacuum in their life because the I is the most pernicious, poisonous one. In Lonavala, one day, one girl came and met me and she said, Swamiji, my grandfather wants to come and meet you. I said, let him come. The old man came. And he said, Swamiji, I want to tell you something about me. I said, I don't want to listen anything. Tell me what is your problem. No, but unless I tell about me, how will you know? I said, I don't want to know. Tell straight away problem. You have got diarrhea, this is more than enough for me. He said, Swamiji, I read Ramcharitmanas, I study Bhagavad Gita, I do japa, I do yoga, I do everything, and yet nobody likes me. What should I do? I said, I wish I had got the freedom to run away from you. See, if we have this simple experience that nobody really wants around us, nobody wants us, understand, there is some kind of human repellent that we are. You have seen the mosquito repellents? When you apply that, I don't know what you have got here in this country. In India, we have got odomos. So the odor repels the mosquitoes, therefore odomos. So you apply it to your skin, the mosquitoes run away. In the same manner, our personality becomes such that wherever we go, people run away and we are left alone. Why this thing happens? Because this strong ego. See, friends, therefore let us understand wise people live in this world in such a manner that they are making arrangements for the dormant divinity surface in and through all their actions, all their thoughts, through all their words. If this happens, wisdom is growing. If this does not happen, there is something wrong somewhere. We must correct it in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om